According to Field and Cage at Reuters, only 1% of the 250 million cars on the road today in America are electric vehicles. Today I'm here to persuade the audience of Com 110 students that they should buy a Tesla. You should listen to my speech because we live in a society that is moving away from the combustion engine and you don't want to get left behind. I will discuss 3 reasons to buy a Tesla. They're extremely eco-friendly, Tesla gets EVs right, electric vehicles, and there are many personal benefits to buying one. Now on to my main reasons to buy. My first main reason to purchase Tesla is because they're environmentally friendly. It is widely agreed that hybrids and electric vehicles are far better for the environment than a standard combustion engine, but just how much better? So in an article written by the Times, New York Times, they say it matters just how they're produced and where the electricity they use is coming from. So they are largely charged by electricity that is still made from fossil fuels, but studies have shown that EVs help cut emissions across the board regardless. In a study conducted by the Congressional Research Service, they came to the conclusion that battery-powered vehicles produce far less greenhouse gases in their respective life cycles than combustion engines do. I mentioned the way they are charged, too. So, Hikiro Tabuchi and Brad Plummer at the Times also wrote, on the other hand, if the Volt, or insert any electric car, is charged up on a coal-heavy grid, such as the one currently found in the Midwest, it can actually be a bit worse for the climate than a modern hybrid car like the Prius, which runs on gasoline but uses a battery to bolster its mileage. So also there are some problems with how the batteries are produced in the first place. They are produced using rare earth metals such as lithium, cobalt, and nickel. So in an article from YouMatter, which is a French news forum, head editor Andre Goncalves said that talks about what makes the sustainability of batteries and EVs of batteries in electric vehicles a topic for debate. In short, he states that these batteries, like I said, are rare earth materials. It's important to remember that. It's important to remember that these are obtained through mining practices that probably aren't very healthy for the environment. So it's also important to remember, however, that these cars are overall healthier for the environment regardless. And with the popularity of electric cars moving up, a scientific breakthrough is likely to come sooner rather than later. I just discussed my first point, now let's move on to the second one. So Tesla's get electric cars right. They're ubiquitous with class and esteem. They scream fancy. They're sharp, sleek, and modern. Anytime you see a Tesla drive by you gotta stop and look. You have to. So they're fantastic cars. In a great article written by Investopedia, they talk about Tesla's fantastic business model. So they offer a wide range of services. Tesla does, from sending technicians to your home to repair your vehicle, and having a nationwide charging network of superchargers that the Tesla will direct you to. So if you need to charge while you're on the road, instead of just coming back home, if you have a long trip to make, you can stop at any of the hundreds of charging stations across the world. So, like I said, the cars will direct you. In some areas, they'll send technicians to you, like I said, but they also have a ton of stores nationwide where you can send your car into to get fixed. So, I also have many different models, ranging from 40K up to above 200K, depending on how good you want it. And the one above 200K, the Roadster, has one of the fastest 0 to 60 times of any car ever. So, also, I want to mention that while the CEO and founder of Tesla, Elon Musk, can be a little polarizing at times, you have to admit he's a fantastic businessman. He knows how to sell a car. So I just talked about my second point. Let's move on to the third. So like I said earlier, my third and final point there are many benefits to owning an electric vehicle. See gas prices now, they're pushing $5. Hopefully dropping below soon, but no more painful gas station trips with an electric vehicle. You don't have to go there to get gas and spend $70 to fill up your tank like you would for a standard car. It costs $65 to fill up my car earlier this week when I went. So the only thing you'll be buying at the gas station now is soda and snacks when you stop. So you can just plug it in at home. You don't have to take it to the gas station at all. You can plug it in your own home, have the convenience of charging in your own home. So some might think there's just a lot of associated costs with that, but there's really not. So in an article written by Kat Trenita at Investopedia, she says, at 13.7 cents per kilowatt, it'll cost you about $34.25 a month on average. So average cost per month added to the utility bill. If you think about it in the grand scheme of things, $35 for a car that runs all throughout the month. So you're paying far less. That's a half a tank of gas in this day and age. You know what I mean? So Like I said, filling up even a small tank will cost you $60. So also, Governor J.B. Pritzker just signed a bill into effect that took effect on July 1st, actually, that would allow Illinoisans who purchase an electric vehicle from now on to get a $4,000 tax credit, which who doesn't want $4,000, right? So it took effect, like I said, July 1st. It's extremely easy. You just go to the EPA and you can submit a claim. That can only be vehicles that have been purchased on July 1st or after. So they also have low maintenance costs, less moving parts. It's a battery. Some of the costs might be a little more expensive when they happen, but you will have far less maintenance because there's not 1,000 things running at once like in an engine. You have to make sure everything is firing together perfectly. So, like I said, and there's federal tax rebates you can get for purchasing an electric vehicle. The government is in love with electric vehicles right now. They're all over them. So that's my third and final point. The personal benefits to owning one. I just discussed my main reasons, right? The environmentally friendly, well-made vehicle, fantastic company, and the personal benefits to owning one. So they're a great alternative to the combustion engine. Right now, or the only alternative to a combustion engine. In this day and age with soaring gas prices, it would be a smart choice to invest in one. So in any ways, it won't be long before we're all driving one anyway. I urge you, when we get out of college, think about making an investment in Tesla. For just over $40,000, you can own a piece of history that you can use every day. Thank you.